Hello and welcome to the 2023 Hart Women's Volleyball Media Day. I'm your host, Courtney Jackson. Next up, we are joined by William Penn University head coach Lauren Eldridge and Alyssa Young. Coach, Alyssa, thanks for joining us today. How's it going?
Pretty good. Gave them the morning off, so we're feeling pretty refreshed today.
All right. Well, Coach, it is year 2 for you leading the Statesmen. How much are you looking forward to leading this 2023 squad?
I'm super excited. We have a lot of returners, so it's going to be a similar team as last year. Lost a couple pieces, but brought in some new ones. And I mean, a week and a half into preseason, and we look really good, and the team's meshing very good.
And Alyssa, one of our returners, you were a first team all-conference selection last year. How much did that honor mean to you?
It was incredible. It's nice to see your hard work pay off for sure.
Well, how would you describe this year's team? A lot of returners. We're looking at a really similar feel, but what is going to differ from previous years to this year?
I think that we just all are like on the same page. Like, not that we haven't been before, but like it's like it's not that there's pressure, but it's that we know that we have these expectations that could be fulfilled because we have the talent.
And Coach, having a squad back that you're familiar with, do you feel you've been able to get off to a faster start than maybe years past?
Oh yeah, I already feel like we've been practicing, for a couple of months because we know each other really well. It was like 3 days into preseason and it felt like we've been doing this. We didn't have to, do like a lot of those tedious things in the beginning of season. We're going over defense, going to offense. It's something that everybody knows. And we have, I think, 3-4 new faces on varsity and 2 transfers and 2 freshmen. And those have all, a lot of them came over the summer too. And so they had that transition pretty simple and easy. And so everybody's fitting in and haven't skipped a beat since last spring.
Well, Coach, do you still try to squeeze in some team bonding during this time of year as well?
Yeah, the beginning of the preseason, that first weekend, we can't touch the ball. We do a lot of team bonding. We've done one last week. I have one coming up this week, but I mean, a lot of team bonding. We did team bonding for the ice bath, so that's always something. There was a teammate and you're being frozen, but I mean, I think that's really good team bonding there too.
So Alyssa, is that something that you guys look forward to? Is it fun or is it a lot more work since you guys have these big goals set ahead of you?
I feel like everything. Sorry, let me rephrase that. As I said before, like we're all like having the same mentality. Like we're all going in every practice 100%, every scrimmage we've had so far. And people really are working for their spot on the court, and it's really nice to see.
Well, Coach, you know the Hart Conference well. You played in the conference, you now coach in the conference. Talk about the competitiveness of the Hart and how much you've enjoyed the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely probably top 3, top 2 toughest conferences for volleyball and even any sport, honestly, like tough conference. It's exciting to see like the change from me as a player to see where it is now. And I mean, when I was a player, William Penn was not at the top like we are now, which is, I mean, it's exciting because, every year it's a different team that's at the top. People change, coaches change, you have people returning, graduating, new people coming in. And so I'm super excited for this year. Our side of the conference is supposedly the weaker side. I would beg to differ on that. It's a tough game no matter who you're playing. If it's south, north, if it's home or away, it's always going to be a tough game. We're super excited for this year, and especially with all the returners we have, and we know the conference pretty well. So I'm excited to see how we do. And we have a lot of home games this year. So everybody on the south, we're playing at home besides maybe 2 schools. And I think that's going to be a big game changer for us this year.
Yeah. And Alyssa, how does the challenging conference schedule motivate you as a student athlete?
It really pushes me like to the limit. I feel like every week is a new challenge, and you just have to have the right mindset to go into it and like take care of your schoolwork and also like focus on the traveling and the games. And yeah.
Well, Coach, something unique about William Penn is its fan base as well as support from administration. Just tell us about some of that. Tell us about the support system you guys have.
We have awesome support. I mean, just being a week and a half into preseason, I've had everybody on campus, professors, other coaches, financial aid, business office admissions, the president, HR, and then people in the community already reaching out saying, hey, I'm looking forward to the season, excited for these games coming up. And, we have fall sports here on campus, and all the student athletes of other teams are super excited for our games, and same with them. I mean, we had our first home scrimmage last Friday, and half the football team was there. And, we don't have anybody on campus, but it felt like we were in session for school already because everybody was cheering. It was super excited to see, that just for a scrimmage and see what it's going to look like for a game.
Well, Alyssa, let's focus off the court a little bit. Tell us about what it's like in school. What's your major, and what are some career goals you have moving forward?
I'm an exercise science major with a minor in bio. I plan to, coaching has always interested me, which doesn't really fall into my major, but also athletic training is probably the route I'm going to go.
And coach, last year your team earned the #3 seed in the Hart Conference tournament, and you guys were able to advance to the Hart semifinals. What do you hope the team learned from that success last year, and how can that translate into this year?
I think the success from last year is just, a starting point. We know that we can get there. So it's, in the back of our head that, we are confident, we have the talent and the skill level to get there. Now we just want to raise it a little bit higher. Kind of talked lately that we need to, we need to take little things, we need to take care of little things, and the big things will kind of happen. So if we take care of, our first conference game, and then the next one, and then the next one, we're going to get to where we want to at the end of the season.
And Alyssa, last year, really successful, one of the most successful years in program history. As a player, how do you make sure that you guys are doing better than last year? It's so easy to just guide by and try and say, hey, last year we did good, let's try and do that again. How do you elevate it to the next level?
Our leadership group, which is like our captains, but it's a leadership group, everyone in that group is pretty much returning, and we all go into it. We all keep everyone at the same standard, and we go into every practice putting 100%. So I feel like everyone always follows in our footsteps, which is really nice.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Coach, Alyssa, thanks for your time today, and good luck in 2023.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.